Recently, Glitch dropped some pretty exciting news, and soon we're going to see our favorite digital circus hit Netflix. The news got mixed reactions from the audience, and today we're going to figure out if this is a disaster or if it's actually a move that'll improve the digital circus experience. Big news, guys! Starting October 4th, the amazing digital circus is also coming to Netflix, with episodes 1 through 3 available for streaming both there and on YouTube. Just to be clear, we're still funding everything independently. We still have full creative control over the show, and episodes will always come out on YouTube first. Honestly, this is a huge step for indie animation, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. See you when episode 3 drops. The first leaks of this news showed up on Reddit, but not many believed it at the time. Now, it's official. When the news broke, some fans started accusing Glitch of selling out and abandoning their indie roots. But if you really dig into it, that's far from the truth. In their post, the creators explicitly said that the amazing digital circus is still fully funded by Glitch, and Netflix doesn't have any control over the show aside from streaming it on their platform. This deal works out for everyone. Netflix paid big money for the rights to stream such a massive and popular show like the digital circus, and that money is going right back into developing new episodes. So, not only will new episodes come out faster, but they'll also be even higher quality. Although honestly, I can't even imagine how much better they could get. Another important point is that a huge chunk of people primarily watch Netflix instead of YouTube, which means the digital circus is about to get a much bigger audience. That's only going to boost the show's popularity, and Netflix, on the other hand, gets to stream one of YouTube's most popular shows. This could be the first step in a new trend, with more and more online shows making their way to Netflix. Like I said, most fans took the news either positively or neutrally, but there's also a crowd that's not too happy about this partnership. Their main gripe is that the amazing digital circus seems to be getting more commercialized with every month that passes. One of the biggest dramas lately, which we'll talk about soon, involved Glitch's merch, specifically the toy sets of the digital circus characters. They also recently announced a comic series in Japan about the TADC characters' lives, and now there's this commercial deal with Netflix added to the mix. There's also a group of neutral digital circus fans who are huge Murder Drones lovers, and they're upset with how Glitch is treating their less successful project. Recently, the final episode dropped, but it didn't get the same honor as the digital circus, with a release not only on YouTube, but also on Netflix. Either way, I think this move is going to be a positive influence on the industry as a whole, because Glitch is only giving Netflix streaming rights. They're not handing over any creative control. Netflix can't make decisions about what happens with the show, like shutting it down or dictating when new episodes should be released. The way things went down with Hazbin Hotel, which ended up under the control of A24 and officially stopped being an indie project. All those rights still belong to Glitch, and based on their post, it's pretty clear that Netflix will never be more of a priority than YouTube, and that's definitely reassuring. In conclusion, I'm honestly thrilled for Glitch and the new funding that's going to make production easier and speed up new episodes, but I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think the amazing digital circus coming to Netflix is a good or bad thing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And as a reminder, I mentioned that TADC merch drama earlier, which I want to dig into a bit more because that's where Glitch might actually be at a disadvantage. As many users suggested that this scheme promotes gambling, because buying one set for $15 you get one of the characters and no one can guarantee that you will not get a duplicate. And if you buy a huge set for $120, one of the characters will be replaced by a secret that also will not give the opportunity to collect a complete collection, and so people will have to keep buying sets to get the remaining cherished character for the full collection. I'd also like to tell you about another event that may have had a negative impact on TADC's reputation. This unpleasant situation is related to the voice actor of Kinger, Sean Chiplock. On the 1st of July 2024, a Twitter user by the name of Rena published a series of posts accusing Sean of grooming. When I was 13, Sean Chiplock, aka at VA Sonic Mega, attempted to groom a 15-year-old trans boy. That person was my friend, but he left the internet, so the only person left to tell the story is me. Casper was a 15-year-old on Fur Affinity when he and Sean got into contact. They talked in FA notes about having trouble regarding an artist they commissioned. Then, their conversations moved to Skype. The screenshots that were attached to the post showed us Sean's first message to Casper, as well as voice messages in which Sean moaned and communicated inappropriately with the minor. But it's important to realize that neither side has access to these messages, which means no one can fully confirm or deny the allegations. Rena then proceeded to give details, and when Sean got tired of it, he responded rather sharply to it. I refuse to continue to entertain an oft-repeated, long-outdated, always on behalf of another accusation stemming from a community where a literal groomer continues to manipulate and harass their victims. I'm not even upset, just frustrated at what you've been told to believe. In response to that, Casper himself decided to speak out on Twitter. I'm the Casper in these logs. I'm choosing to come forward to add credibility to these allegations and to say that I stand by the claims made in my original journal written in 2014. Sean Chiplock is a creep. But since this drama was not officially proven, many people just didn't notice it, and it didn't affect the reputation of both Sean and TADC in any way. And as you remember today, I have already mentioned fans who like the amazing digital circus, but it is murder drones that they are much more interested in. I am a fan of drones myself, but I will always vote for more development of the digital circus, and now I will briefly tell you why. The amazing digital circus is much more popular than murder drones, and because of that, the profits from the digital circus episodes are much higher, which means that the digital circus will allow Glitch to spend even more money on animators, designers, writers, and all the rest, and so we will have not only circus and drones, but many more of the same interesting and exciting projects. But recently, murder drones, through no fault of their own, almost destroyed the digital circus. And if you think I'm crazy, I'll now explain to you why I'm right and how it was avoided. It's all to do with the first season finale of the drones, because that was the most important period for Glitch, which meant that absolutely every other show became secondary, including the digital circus. Of course, Murder Drones has a huge fan base who were waiting for the final episode and didn't care how it affected the digital circus. If we go back 6 months, we remember how many different leaks and spoilers there were for the second episode of the digital circus, whereas now, 4.5 months later, we've seen next to nothing. With such indifference from Glitch and Gooseworx, the popularity of our favorite 3D show has been getting worse and worse with each passing month, and at the moment, it has almost reached 0, which is a huge inconvenience to all those who are looking forward to the new episodes. But seeing how much worse things are getting, fans are simply losing interest. I, like many of you, also love Murder Drones, but for me, the digital circus will always be at the top, because thanks to it, I have almost 45,000 loyal friends who keep me happy, even on the worst days. Even looking at the numbers, we can see that digital circus is many times more popular than murder drones. And I respect Glitch's policy of not prioritizing any show and publishing everything as planned, but I will never understand why the amazing digital circus has been completely forgotten about for the last 4 months. There is an assumption that the creators didn't want to spoil the drone shows, but they only fell into a trap because in any case, one of the shows would suffer. But even this could have been avoided by publishing some leaks about the new episode and forget about it a couple of weeks before Murder Drones, but apparently Glitch has a different approach. I'll say it again, I have the utmost respect for both Glitch and Murder Drones, but I feel bad for myself, for all the fans of the digital circus, that we didn't get a lot of really interesting leaks. But as we were recently told, we'll be getting a lot of leaks soon, and Gooseworx's statement, I'm really excited for episode 3 to release. It's going to be very silly, but also will probably scare young children, so all you parents out there better screen this shit before subjecting your 5-year-olds to it, as if to prepare us for an influx of new leaks that will surprise us at least. Let me know in the comments what you think about how the final episode of Murder Drones affected the popularity of the digital circus.